so excited. We're kind of cold though because it's, what is it, like 46 degrees? I think I saw this morning. What is it?
43 degrees.
Oh, no, 45. It just updated.
Just
it's
kidding.
45. It's raining and 45 degrees, so.
But you're stuck in the middle of a moment. Can't crawl out of where you are. Only steps away, the world's okay, but you can't see that far. Stuck in the middle of a moment that's halfway to somewhere new. Can't go back, you're moving through. You'll have to think in ways you've never thought.
Hey guys, so I'm kind of excited about today's vlog video, and there's Belle. Hi Belly. That's my parents' dog. But yeah, so today I am going to be talking about a really exciting subject. I'm going to talk about last weekend. My best friend and Lil Bit and I all went to Charlotte, North Carolina for something really special, and so we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, I have some footage to show you guys, and I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of talking about our experience. So here we go. So last weekend, Lil Bit, my best friend, and I all went to Charlotte, North Carolina, so I could audition for America's Got Talent. So we drove down Friday night, got there Friday, and went to this really cool restaurant. It was called the Cowfish. And I can put a link to their website and stuff below because they were incredible. I highly suggest it to anyone if you're ever in the Charlotte area in North Carolina. It's a burger sushi fusion place, and I know it sounds weird, but it was really good, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the food and stuff we had while we were there.
I think I'm gonna do that second box. I'll live with the side. It's so cool. So what did he say? This is a mix. This is burgers that are rolled up like sushi, and this is sushi that's stacked like a burger. They have literally everything.
I don't know what to get.
And for the appetizer,
I thought he was gonna help me choose.
we did the ragoon.
I said I don't know.
So you don't know what you're getting?
No. It's either that or that, but I don't know. Well, let me look at what. Okay, so I could get Mark's, which is fresh tuna, jalapeno, cream cheese.
I was gonna say if I do the box, I'm gonna do the
Firecrackers,
tempura.
shrimp, cotton, tempura, yellowtail shrimp,
I would do the tempura if I did that one.
blackened shrimp,
I'm trying to decide between that.
one crab patty mix and cream cheese inside. Tempura,
This is the crab ragoon. It looks so good. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this.
Are you vlogging?
Oh my
In your vlog?
yes. Oh my god, this looks so good. Oh my god.
And
You're taking a picture of me. I'm videotaping you.
I'm actually videoing.
Oh, so we're videotaping each other? That's how this is going? You'll have to send me that video so I can put it on the vlog.
Yeah, wait.
That looks so good. Wait, is that, what is it, tuna or salmon? What is
I think it's both.
Ooh.
Does he respond to you?
No, try it, try it, try it. Try it, try it, try it, try it. You have something to say. It's
It's good. So after we went to dinner that night, we went back to the hotel, we showered, and we went to bed because we had to be up early the next morning. Originally, we wanted to get up at like 7:30 to be able to eat breakfast at the hotel and get to the train station and get to the audition site by 9 or 9:30. That didn't happen. We ended up waking up about 7:45, closer to 8. Went and got breakfast at the hotel. They had like a complimentary breakfast. Went back, got dressed, got everything packed up, drove to the train station, and we missed the train. We were going to catch a train that was at 9:08. We ended up catching the one that was at 9:28. So we ended up not getting to the audition site until about 10. But yeah, so we got to the train station, and I have some footage of us just waiting for the train at the train station. Hey guys, so we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my friend Lauren and I are here because I am auditioning for America's Got Talent today. I have a Little Bit with me. She's right there. Hey, Little Bit. She's all vested up and ready. We're about to leave the hotel to catch the train to go to the convention center to audition. So Little Bit and I are going to be auditioning, and I'll be singing, so yeah. So we are at the train station for the Blue Line, the Lynx Blue Line train to head into Charlotte for the audition, and so excited. We're kind of cold though because it's, what is it, like 46 degrees? I think I saw this morning. What is it?
43 degrees.
Oh, no, 45. It just updated.
Just
It's
kidding.
45. It's raining and 45 degrees, so we're hoping we don't have to wait in line too long outside, but, you know, we'll see. Oh, there's an announcement. Yep, 1 minute, it'll be here. But we're headed in, we're excited. Little Bit's excited. Yay! We got to the audition site, and we weren't sure if there was going to be a big line out front or not because we weren't sure how many people were going to be there. We got there, the doors had already opened. They opened the doors, I think, at 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. So we got there, there was no line. There was, I think, a couple people waiting, but they were waiting for their whole group to get there before they went inside, so they weren't actually waiting in line. But we had to get wristbands. I got a blue wristband because I was the one auditioning, and Lauren had to get an orange wristband to show that she was accompanying. And I had my online ticket that was emailed to me, so I didn't have to do like a check-in. So we get inside, and to both Lauren and my surprise, we walk into the door to go into the convention center, and immediately off to my left, I start hearing a dog barking. So I like whip my head around, and Lauren was kind of behind me. She came and got in front of Little Bit, who was on my left side like she usually is. And I look over, and there was this young, very, very young German Shepherd with a lady that was in a wheelchair, and it was barking at Little Bit and literally pulling this girl in her wheelchair to try to get to Little Bit. The girl was trying to get her under control, but then they just left. I don't know if they were auditioning or if they had already auditioned earlier in the day, but that was a little scary. But like, I was surprised. That was the first time Lauren's ever been with me when something like that happened. So she immediately like jumped in front and was ready to like take a bullet for a Little Bit. Like, it was incredible. So we get there, we had to go through a baggage check. It was pretty much, you had to have your bag open, they looked through your bag, and then they would wand you down with one of the metal detecting wands. So of course I told them my insulin pump set it off, and I was like, oh, I'm a type 1 diabetic, I have an insulin pump, and I showed it to them and everything, and they were fine with it. And then I had my phone in my back pocket, and they were fine with that. And then they had to do Lauren as well. She didn't have a bag with her, so they just had to do the wand. So we get inside. We had to go up so many stairs. They had elevators apparently somewhere because we used them later, but I guess they're only technically meant to be used to go to kind of what they were calling the backstage areas. So we went up probably 4 or 5 different flights of stairs and then down like another 2 flight of stairs to get to the registration tables, where we had to make sure we had all of our paperwork filled out, make sure we had our numbers, and they gave us like a little questionnaire that's, I guess, to kind of get your story. And it asked like how long have you been doing the act you're doing? What inspired you to do this act? And what challenges have you faced in trying to achieve your goals? And is there anything else we should know about your act, or anything else we should know about you? And so we sat and had to write it down. I was number 433, and they took us into this holding room area, and they kind of made an announcement that room was the only room that we were allowed to take pictures and video in. And if we ended up getting any of the camera or tech crews in our videos or pictures, we had to go up and ask for their consent to make sure it was okay to put them in the videos. I did accidentally get a couple people in the videos when we were there, but I did go up and ask them if it was okay that they were in my YouTube vlogs, and they said yes. But there were some people there that are other contestants and other supporters of contestants. They all had to sign consents saying that they could possibly be put on social media or possibly used in the show. So they didn't have to ask permission, but I do have some other people in the videos that I took in that room that I did not have to ask permission for, but it's not like they weren't supposed to be in the video or anything. They mostly just didn't want us videotaping outside of that area because that's where they were taping stuff for the show and taping people that I'm guessing they'd already decided were going to be on the show. So they didn't want videos or anything being taken of them. I have some video of us in the audition room. And then I'll explain some more about the process of what happened and everything after we watch that. So this is the only room we can take video in, but this room is so big and so cool. It's the Crown Ballroom at the Convention Center. It's really cool, and Lauren just ran because she's a darling and got Starbucks. Wait, there you go. She got actual Starbucks. I just got water because I just want to drink water before I sing. I didn't want coffee or anything, and we have a little bit right here who's being kind of lazy and sleeping, and she's tired apparently. But yeah, I'm number, 141, so 433 is technically my number, and they just called 150 and under, and there's someone here that is number 190 something, and they've been here since early this morning and still haven't been called, so we're gonna be here probably a while. It's almost 11 now, so we'll see. It's gonna be fun either way though. I have my best friend with me, so how could it not be fun? Probably about a half an hour or 45 minutes after that video was taken in the holding room, they went and called numbers 400 to 450 and then 450 to 500 to go do what they call a crowd shot. Now, they did tell us if we didn't feel comfortable standing for long periods and if we didn't feel comfortable moving around a lot, we didn't have to go to do the crowd tapings. I asked Lauren, and she said, like, yeah, it'll probably be fun. And so they asked all the numbers that they called to go line up to get ready to go out the door. And before we left, one of the crew members kind of came down the line saying, you know, if anyone can't use an escalator or doesn't feel comfortable using an escalator, please raise your hand. So I looked at Lauren and I was like, I don't feel comfortable taking a little bit with all these people on the escalator. I'm gonna put my hand up. So I put my hand up, and the lady was like, you can't do an escalator. And I said, no, ma'am. And she said, okay, but are you okay standing for long periods? And I said, yes, I'm fine standing. I just can't have my service dog on the escalator. I'm not comfortable putting her on the escalator. And they said, okay. She called another male cast member over and kind of said she can't do the escalators, take her the back route to go to the crowd shot. And we were like, okay. He takes us like around this back crew only hallway to get to the elevator, to go up to the second floor, to walk over a bridge, to come down an elevator to get to where they were taping the crowd shot. And we were the only ones that couldn't do the escalator. So it was just Lauren, Little Bit, and I being led by this guy. So it was really cool. He took us to the crowd shot. It was like this really big hallway, which I actually have a picture of that I will show here. And what they did was they had a registration table set up, and they were giving people numbers. They weren't the people's actual numbers. It was just to get the B-roll for the opening of the television shows. So they had people up at the front at the tables, and then they had a bunch of other people like Lauren and I that were standing kind of back in the crowd from the tables. So what they had us do, we ended up standing there for almost an hour and a half, which I had to sit on the floor for a while because I started to get a lot of pain in my legs and feet. So I sat down, and then finally they were like, all right, now we need everyone to go back all the way to the end of this hallway. And Lauren and I were kind of like, okay, this is odd. And so we went back, all of these 150 people went back to the back of the hallway, and they had a camera on like a cherry picker at the very front of the hallway, and we were going to the back of the hallway. And the lady had a megaphone and was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to say action. We want you to come, not necessarily full on running, but we want you to be walking quickly toward the registration table. We want you to be excited, be smiling, have your hands in the air, be yelling, be screaming, whatever you guys want to do. Just have fun, and like you're at America's Got Talent, just have fun. And so that's what we did. They told us the only thing was not to look at the camera, and if we had our numbers in our hand, not to show our numbers facing the camera. So we were sitting there waiting, and they finally, over the megaphone, were like, all right, everyone ready? Remember, don't look at the camera. Ready and action. And I mean, this group of people, we were like running down the hallway, and I want to reenact it for you guys. Ooh, A-G-T, A-G-T. That's literally what they had us doing. So after we did that like 2 times, Lauren and I were starting to get really tired, so we went off to the side and sat down where they were letting people sit, and we just kind of waited, and then we realized I had missed my number grouping when they called it because we were screaming and running down the hallway. But they had called 400 to 450 to go up to wait to actually go into the audition room. And so we heard them call 450 to 500, and I ran over and I was like, oh my gosh, I missed my grouping. What do I need to do? And they were like, oh, just follow us with this group. We're going to the same place that your group went. Don't worry if you missed it. They'll call you in with whatever group is closest to you. So we get up to the room, and there was still like 412 and 415 I saw that were still in that room. So I luckily didn't miss my call. So we get up there, and we wait for probably about 45 minutes, I think. And they finally called I think it was 4:15, or no. They called like 4 to 4:15, then 4:15 to 4:30, and then finally they did 4:31 to 4:40 something. And so we went into the room, and there was 5 of us in the room, or 6 of us in the room. It was 5 singers, including me, and then a comedian. So the comedian went first, one of the other singers went first, and then it was my turn. So I walked up, they had us just kind of go, he said stand about 15 feet away from where the casting director was sitting at his desk. So I walked over, he had us introduce ourselves, say where we were from, and what we were going to be doing. So I went up and I was like, hi, I'm Amanda, this is Lil Bit, my service dog. I'm going to be singing for you today, and I'll be singing Perfect by Pink. So it was a lot of fun. I messed up like one note because I got shaky and nervous close to the end, but I just kind of looked down at Lil Bit and saw her looking at me, and I was like, it's okay, I've got this. I only had 90 seconds to sing, so I went up, I sang, got applause from the other people in the room that were auditioning with me, because we all, of course, were applauding for each other and cheering for each other. So then the rest of the people went up and sang, and the comedian and everything, and the casting director told us, you know, we have to finish our audition tour before we start calling people, but you will be hearing from us between the end of February, early March, if we want you to go on to the next round of auditions. Now, the next round of auditions is another audition for the higher up producers and directors of the show. Reason being, the shows that you actually see on TV are not the actual first auditions. I know a lot of people already know that, but there's a lot of people that don't know that. So the very first auditions that you go to, which are the ones I was at, you audition for just casting directors and producers of the show. And then from there, if they like you, they will call you or email you based on the contact information you gave, and they will let you know if you get to go on to the next round or not. And then the next round you'll audition for the higher ups, and then if they choose you, you get to go on to actually be on the TV show. So I'm hoping I hear something. If I don't, I'm not going to be upset, because I know there was a lot of people just at the Charlotte location auditioning, and they went to, I think, 6 different cities on this tour. So it's not going to be like I'm totally hurt and angry that I don't get through. If I don't get through, it's because there were people that were better, or people that were stronger or more confident in their audition. And it's the way it is. It's a great experience either way. I got to go do this amazing audition, got the audition experience. And I had my best friend there and my wonderful service dog, who is sound asleep back here. But it's, either way, it was a wonderful experience. I had so much fun. And it was a nice little trip for 2 days that we got to go to Charlotte, North Carolina. But, just as we were leaving, I saw someone with a number 1,000 something. And so that's why I know if there was at that one place, say, 1,200 people auditioning, imagine like what LA, how many people they had, in New York, how many people they had, in DC, how many people they had. They could have had upwards of 1,500 to 2,000 people. So, like I said, if someone doesn't get through to the next round of auditions, it's not because they're bad, it's not because they didn't like you, it's just that they have so many people that come through an audition that there could have been people, they have so many singers that come in and audition, so if they have the chance to pick between 10 different singers and an amazing, let's just say like a fire juggler, obviously they're going to pick the fire juggler out of those 10 singers, no matter how good those 10 singers were, because they want to have variety on the show. That's why it's called a variety talent show, because they want more than just singers. They want acrobatic acts, they want dancing groups, they do want singers, but they want other stuff as well. If it was going to just be singers, it would be American Idol or The Voice or The X Factor, something like that. So either way, the experience was wonderful. I had a lot of fun. I know Lauren had a lot of fun. The trip was fun. Lil Bit, I think, had fun. She slept a lot, but, it's a great experience. I know I've said that a million times, but for anyone else out there that has auditioned, just keep in mind it is a great experience either way. I love the saying that I heard once from somebody in the world, the wonderful world of musical theater and auditioning and everything. You know, if you go, you audition, you get the part, it's a great experience for the audition, and it's great that you got the part. If you go to an audition and you don't get the part, you still get a great audition experience, but hey, you don't get a part. Either way, you get something out of it. And I live by that. That's what honestly got me through so many auditions of not getting cast, not even getting called back for anything. That's kind of what always has gotten me through for that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's vlog, and hopefully I will be vlogging again soon. I'm hoping to do a Christmas Day vlog because Christmas is in 4 days. So happy holidays to everyone, and I hope to have something out the day after Christmas or maybe 2 days after Christmas. So everyone have a great week, happy holidays, and everyone just, you know, as Ellen DeGeneres always says, be kind to one another. But have a great night, guys.